in Major League. So he obviously knows how to frame a pitch.
So he knows how to call a game.
He knows how to call a game is what I'm thinking. Yeah, he knows how to call it pretty well. So
he's going to be good for the young pitchers that we have out there, and God willing, if we keep Price, that's great. But if he's going to leave, you're going to have somebody younger to take his place. You need a catcher out there that can mentor these pitchers.
Yeah, agreed. You don't need a guy sitting in the back like Swiss cheese like Molina was. No offense, but how many balls went by him last year that he didn't have control of? It was ridiculous.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to be a goalie.
He ain't going to run it down. You know what I mean?
No.
He ain't going to go run that pitch down.
No, look, for what they were paying him and for what he did, I know he took a lot of slack, but he did do a good job, and he was good with our pitchers. He was good teammate and stuff like that. But the Rays are definitely have a loss. I mean, pretty much, we're playing in a league where there is no, where there's no pitcher hitting, but we have a pitcher hitting every time Jose Molina came up, and that was a problem.
Now, it looks like we actually have a call coming in here, so we might as well patch them in and see who's talking to us.
Hey, who's this?
You're calling a Cranial Mission Show. Who's this?
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Chuck.
Chucky, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Welcome back on the air, guys. I know it's been 8 months, but, man, I tell you what, it felt like it's been 8 years.
Oh, we're glad you like the show, man. It's been a long time since we heard from you, man.
Right? I understand that, but it sucks about the call from the Casamacias died.
Chuck, you been drinking?
And then Nelson Mandela died.
Chucky, you've had something to drink tonight, buddy.
Yeah, you doing all right there? Hey, well, listen, we love the fact that you love the show, man. So let us know what you've been up to. Anything exciting?
Not a whole lot. Just looking for jobs.
Oh, it's a tough market out there, man.
It's definitely a tough market.
It sucks.
Hey, I got good news for you. I hear the gay porn industry is hiring. It's just something I learned.
Wow, you've been centering a lot around that lately, dude.
No, I'm not into gay porn.
Why is that so important to you?
Ben, you know what? This is the second time you brought this up tonight. Chucky, I want to thank you for calling, man, by the way. We're going to get back to Ben here with this.
I was just saying, when I was
on
8-month walkabout, I found out that there was a lot of openings there.
Yeah, I think you were on a back walkabout.
There certainly is a lot of openings. I'll say that much, dude. That's,
well, Ben.
Well, that was kind of Freudian, dude. I got to be a lot there.
I think you want to have sex with your mother.
Are you calling that a Freudian slip?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Wow. It's like, is Ben the new Molina? We need to know this.
Is Ben Molina?
Because a lot of pass balls? Is that why you're saying
a catcher. I don't
Are you a power bottom? What's going on?
Oh, my God.
Okay, all right. I digress.
You talk about the struggle for power. And in football, it's never been so clear as with the Buccaneers with Greg Schiano. You heard, weeks ago, about a month ago, 5 weeks ago, he's on the hot seat. You're seeing billboards out there clamoring for this guy to get fired. All of a sudden, they go into Seattle, almost win that game, win 3 straight after that, only to lose to Carolina. Is this guy's job secure now as a result of what we're seeing? There was talk that he had lost the locker room. But since then, players have rallied behind him and said no, in fact, he didn't lose the locker room, and that the coaches won them over. So is that what's going to happen here? I mean, are we seeing the end of Schiano's regime? Are they just, going ahead and seeing this through to the end and making a coaching change in the offseason? Or are they sticking to the plan here?
I think they're actually just evaluating right now. I think you got Schiano. They're paying him. They got a couple of years still on his contract, so he's definitely. They don't want to get rid of him. They don't want to pay him for the next couple of years and not get anything out of him. But he really hasn't proven himself. Now, I think this upcoming game against the Buffalo Bills is going to be a kind of a game changer for him. If he can get up and win these things, I don't know, but I got to be honest, man. I really wouldn't be worried about Schiano so much. I'd be a little more worried about our GM, dude. We've had a lot of injuries here. Tampa's had a ton of injuries, so but no excuses. Every football team does.
But why are you going to worry about the GM? I mean, if anything, I could argue. People talk about Mark Dominic and the
because he's failed.
The work that he's done, but has he failed?
He has failed.
Has he failed?
Adrian Claiborne?
You look at some of these younger players.
Pick?
Okay, Adrian Claiborne was a bust. But you look at some of and that could happen to anybody, but you look at some of these other picks. You look at Mike Glennon. You look at the way he's developing. This guy looks like he might actually be a good starting quarterback. I mean, at this point, he's playing smart. He plays within his means. He's certainly an improvement from what we saw the way Josh Freeman was playing.
Yeah, I mean, Oh, Josh just sucks, though. I mean, let's be honest, dude. That guy was lazy. All he did was go out and party all night long and show up and be like, what's wrong, man? You want me to throw some passes or what? First of all, I never understood why he wouldn't use his feet.
I got ADD.
Mike Glennon could win on the Bucs if the Bucs had the defense of the 2002 Bucs. Now, any quarterback could at that time. But honestly, I don't know. I like what I see, man. I mean, he's pretty good, dude. He's not very mobile, but neither is Peyton Manning. So, all in all, I don't really know whether I don't know what I think just like Shiano, the what's going on? Okay, the thing's still up on him, man. Nobody knows.
Sorry, we had a little commotion here because we're getting beer orders.
When
you're sitting at ESB Brewing and a lovely lady walks up and asks you if you want a beer, the answer is always yes.
Oh, absolutely. I was trying to think the other day.
We doesn't matter how you say it. We want
no matter how you slice it, the answer
beautiful
is yes.
beer.
I don't think I've ever turned down a free beer.
A beautiful beer from beautiful women, you're going to say yes every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean the Bucs. You look at their situation, and I agree with you, Joey, in terms of what you were saying. The rest of the season is going to play out, and we'll see how they play from this point forth. Apparently, they're not the worst team in the league. You look at who could be the worst team. We all thought it was going to be Jacksonville. Apparently, it's not Jacksonville. It's actually Houston, which is a huge surprise because this
huge
is a team
talent on that team.
Was favored to do quite well.
There's so much talent on that team, dude. It's amazing to me that they're not doing better. But that's been one of those things, man. I mean, they say you lose the locker room, but I think about pretty much in any locker room, if you're losing, you're going to lose a locker room. I don't think.
Oh, absolutely.
People just when a coach sits there and tells you do this, you do that, you do this, we're going to win, and you don't win. Sooner or later, you're going to be like, hey, dude, I'm not doing what you're telling me anymore, man, because we're not winning anyway.
But a little back to Glennon, though. I mean, if he had the pieces around him to throw to, I mean, look at everybody. Vincent Jackson, he's stuck in the mud. He's not fast at all. There's that one pass he got caught on the other day. He could have gone to the house if he was a little faster. He just needs some of those pieces around him.
Now, his number one receivers have been the tight end, what's his name, out of Rutgers, and the guy with the high top fade, kid and play. What's his name, dude? I can't remember.
Taekwon Underwood.
Taekwon Underwood,
right.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, these have been his two big guys, and neither one of these guys were even being looked at.
And Tim Wright. You look at it.
That's what I was saying, Tim Wright from Rutgers, yeah. But he didn't have a job prior to this, and neither did Taekwon Underwood. So, I got to be honest. I think he's doing a lot with what he's got, like you're saying, man. Mike Glennon definitely does not look scared back there. He doesn't throw interceptions. He doesn't. I mean, he's pretty smart with the ball. He's not going to burn anybody, but I've seen him make more first downs with his feet than I've seen Josh Freeman do. I mean, the guy has effective mobility. Put it that way. He's effective enough. He knows how to move up in the pocket. He moves side to side. I'm sure he's
that's kind of like saying he's all right.
Yeah, well, I'm saying he's a first year in the league, man. I mean, sure he's got tons to learn, but
look, at the end of the day, he's not a scrambler. He's a pocket quarterback. That's what you wanted here.
Yeah, but look at some of the most successful guys in the league ever have been the pocket guys.
They have.
So, guys, it seems like we're coming out of another commercial break here.
Wow.
A lot of chaos going around here.
We are moving today.
There's a lot going on around us. It's very distracting right now. We're still got to settle into this new environment.
Pay attention.
It is crazy.
We got wonderful beers, beautiful ladies. It is good times.
No, can't go wrong with that.
I agree. From the booth, I see everything. I love this.
You're not supposed to be drinking wonderful beers back there, Sancho.
She bring me a beer. She is so nice. Thank you.
Oh, geez.
All right. You know what? You're supposed to be focusing on actually playing a commercial
right
now.
Don't spill that.
Okay.
All right. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us.
Do you feel like Mother Nature has made a mistake? Does your outward appearance differ from the person within? The Gender Reassignment Center may have a solution for you. Dr. Wes Johnson is the leading expert in sex reassignment surgery. So if you suffer from gender identity disorder, why not call our office for a free consultation?
Hi, I'm Susan, but I wasn't born that way. Dr. Les Johnson performed a vaginoplasty and Adam's apple shaving that would fool even the most sober of men. The recovery period exceeded my expectations, and the best of all, I don't have to grow out a thick bush to hide that unwanted scar tissue. Whether I want to go with a landing strip or a Brazilian, my vajayjay is A-OK.
The Gender Reassignment Center offers affordable pay plans and can assist with relocation for those seeking a new start. So call us at 1-555-NEW-UNIT to begin your transformation.
Now I know there's some bitches out there with some nappy-ass talents that need to go get their nails did. At Niecy's Beauty Crib, we'll get your nails right and your hair tight. You want a fake plastic diamond in your nail? Well then, girl, you're going to get a fake glass of diamond in your nail. Honey, you still walking around with that busted-ass weave? And nieces, we fit your hair up like you wouldn't believe. Bitch, you still scaring birds those nasty pig feet. Don't worry about your budget. And nieces, our prices can't be beat. Maybe ugly now, but we'll get you pretty. Come down to Nieces on 4th Street, down in Ebo City.
Financing's available, baby, regardless of your credit.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to the Cranial Mission Show, guys. You want to be a part of it, you can call in. Do so at 323-443-7236.
Wow, 7236.
7236. Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, Reverend Joey T, sitting here live from Tampa, Florida.
Ben, get on it, man. Get on it.
Yeah, I am.
Get that number right.
Yeah, yeah, thanks.
Okay.
I need a new guy to correct me. I used to be the janitor, but anyway.
Thank you.
If you want to be a fan of the show, go to Facebook. Find our page there, facebook.com/Cranial Missions. Like that page. Every Friday night from here on out, 7 to 9, we'll be broadcasting from ESB Brewing. Guys, we're on the sports tip. We're talking about Tampa sports. Lightning news. I mean, hey, for Miguel and I, this is our favorite sport.
Yes, by far.
Huge hockey guys. Anyone that's listened to the show for a long time knows that we're a very hockey-centric program. Stammer out. We had the huge injury for the Lightning with Stamkos.
Everybody's hurt.
Incredible start that the Lightning had. A phenomenal start. The best start that they ever had. And what a tribute to the coaching of John Cooper when you see all these injuries, and yet you've got these young kids coming up and filling in for those positions, playing well, carrying themselves, and the Lightning are starting to win again.
Well, we've discussed throughout the past at least 3 to 4 years almost that the Lightning farm system is probably the best in the NHL, period, by far. They have so much depth. I mean,
actually rated number 1 right now in
right.
their farm system.
Look at Corey Conacher. That kid's a pretty good talent, but, I mean, wow, we have a hot rod outside if you guys could only see this thing. Corey Conacher, we got rid of him because we have 5, 6 of him down in the AHL right now for the crunch.
Don't want to deal that wound up because we wound up getting Ben Bishop out of that. And this has shored up the goaltending situation for the Lightning. It seems like it's a solid thing here. People were skeptical. They were saying when it came to Ben Bishop, I don't know. His body of work demonstrates that sooner or later his stats are supposed to come down. But what body of work was that, if you think about it? He was a backup goaltender. In St. Louis, where he was drafted, he was the third-string goaltender to Jaro Halak and to Brian Elliott. Didn't get a whole lot of playing time. Goes over to Ottawa, where because of injury, he winds up getting some PT. So his body of work is quite limited. And so to say, sooner or later his star is going to fall because that's the standard he's established, it's ridiculous, quite frankly. Man, this guy stands on his head, 6'7" goaltender, so technically sound, and a phenomenal puck handler. I don't know if you saw yesterday the game.
He tried to bury that one.
Score, man. Tried to get that empty net goal.
All right, whether he tried to clear it or not, I think he tried to score it. He almost shot it off his leg. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was interesting.
He kind of like put the stick on his leg and he kind of gave it a good kicking. So Ben Bishop is a very underrated goalie. He's been underrated his whole career. He hasn't really had that chance to shine. And there is a hot rod outside. So if you guys hear that rumbling, that is a beautiful hot rod outside, looking all hot. But back to Ben Bishop, the guy is a talent. We have the tallest goaltending tandem in the NHL right now.
Between him and Anders Lindback, who's 6'6" in his own right.
I want to say Anders. Is it Anders?
Yeah, Anders Lindback.
Okay.
Anders, whatever.
Yeah, I tell you what, man. They should actually maybe do some pickup ball. Maybe play a little basketball against other tandems in the NHL. I bet you they'd score. I bet you they
Hey, you know what? Bring LeBron up, hang out with the Lightning. I think you'll have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Definitely, I would think so.
I say LeBron because Orlando's not doing good at all.
No,
but back to Ben Bishop and the guys. I mean, we got some big boys in the net. And Ben Bishop is playing. The Lightning are off to the best start in their team history.
In the entire, over 20-year history.
They're 17-10 or 17-9 right now. I'm sorry if I don't remember the exact numbers. But they are off to the best start in their history of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Lightning in third place, 17-10-1. And they had a little struggle for a bit, but they're starting to regain some momentum again. Like you said, all the injuries to defense, injuries at forward. Ryan Malone out once again. But this is a real testament to the coaching out there. John Cooper and the way that he galvanized the cohesion for Syracuse. Before that, Norfolk, the minor league team. And the benefit that that's imparted on this professional